Hey loves! So it's been an interesting few months. For those of you who have been here for a while, you know I spent 13 years in Southeast Asia and recently I returned to Poland where I'm originally from. So the idea was move back to Poland, give it a few months, wait for the new place to call me and then move there. So in the last few years, I've been doing that. I'd come back to Poland for about 3 months, stay with my parents because I was here literally to see them, and then also take some time to visit my friend and take some time off my parents and visit them in Europe, travel Europe. So when I decided to move back to Poland this time, I was like, yeah, no problem, sounds good, I can do it. I've done it in the past. Only that things didn't really go as expected. So I've been a nomad practically my whole adult life. So there is a certain ease with that. I just know how it works. The universe literally gives me the next location. I don't have to push for this. It kind of just unfolds in front of me. So I thought it was going to happen now as well, and then it didn't. So the first thing I decided to do is let go of this need to push to move out of Poland, and I decided to give myself time until next spring. That meant staying home for Christmas, which I was actually very happy about. You know, after 13 years living so far away, I think I returned home for Christmas maybe once in that time, so that was cool. And believe it or not, I was actually really excited to see snow. But then another thing happened. So I actually realized that I want to stay in Poland. Now you guys have to understand, since I was 17, so more than half of my life, I've been trying to escape Poland. So admitting to myself that it's the place where I want to stay wasn't all that easy. But then the moment I realized that I want to stay here, well, that meant I need to find my own place. You know, there's a difference between spending a couple of months with my family and actually living with them. So I decided to move out, and then my mom had an accident and she broke her leg really badly. So her knee fell out of the socket. It literally looked horrible, and she broke the shin as well. So they took her to the hospital. She stayed there for about 2 weeks before they could even perform the surgery, and then still longer for the recovery. So she's in a hospital. Of course, that means that, we have to go and visit her. And in Poland, we have public healthcare, which means it's available for everyone. It's amazing. But unfortunately, it comes at the expense of quality. So the hospital that she was in was just really not nice. So I really wanted to make sure that we get to visit my mom as often as possible and bring her everything she needs. So now when this happened, it definitely impacted my schedule because now I had almost like a part-time job, bringing her stuff to the hospital, taking it back, and then visiting her, checking on her. And honestly, I had to stop cutting on my gym time, on my work, and my time with my friends so that I can be with her. Then finally, after 3 weeks, they let her out, so she's back home. But at the beginning, she couldn't walk at all, so she needed constant help. That meant that I didn't move out. I stayed with my parents so that I could assist my dad in helping take care of my mom and also the house. So basically what happened is, we couldn't leave the house. We had to organize everything with my dad when each one of us can leave, because we couldn't leave my mom alone. She couldn't do anything. So for the first week, I literally didn't leave the house and I was going nuts. So then I knew I had to leave a little bit, but I just didn't have as much space for that because, both me and my dad, we're entrepreneurs. So it's not like any one of us goes to the office, but we still have a lot of things to do. Then on top of this, we were taking care of the house. And I gotta be honest, after that experience, I have so much more respect for all the people taking care of the house. It's a full-time job. So now we have the full-time job of our jobs, me and my dad. We have the full-time job of taking care of the house and a full-time job of taking care of my mom. And so honestly, since the whole thing started, I've been going to bed every single day being behind my work. Like, I don't think for the last month or two I managed to finish everything I had to do for my work, like any of the days. So it's like it's piling up. So definitely takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of mental space. All of that means that right now I have no love life. Now, I know this may be a bit shocking for you because you're probably assuming that as an intimacy expert, I'm probably out on a date all the time and spending, my time with awesome people, having the best sex of my life, and just like, oh my goodness, my life is just filled with beautiful, intimate experiences. And instead, right now, nada. Because life has other demands. And this is why I'm telling you about this, because life is life. And there will be moments when our energy is needed elsewhere. So intimacy is more like a fluid thing. There will be time when you want to and can prioritize it and really invest in it. And there will be times when your intimate life falls down all the way to the bottom of that priority list. Now, look, when I lived in a tantric community and I spent about 6 or 7 years there, literally that was my life. Like, everything was about my intimacy. So that meant I was practicing polyamory, I was dating nonstop, I had multiple lovers, I was practicing tantra every day, I was doing yoga, breathwork and meditation every day. I spent a lot of time in nature, just relaxing, nurturing my feminine energy, spending time with my girlfriends. Like, this was my life. I was receiving so many cuddles. There was so much sensuality and pleasure in my life, and the best sex ever. But guess what I didn't have? Money. I was making enough money to rent a bungalow on a small tropical island in Thailand. And that's pretty much it, because all of my energy, all of my creativity, my sense of aliveness, and my time was going into my intimate life. And to be honest, I don't want to be in this place again, because there are other things that I still want to create and experience in life. So, for example, last year was the best year for my business because I actually showed up for my business. I launched my first book, and guys, like, publishing a book, the whole process takes a lot of time and energy. So here is what I believe matters. Is that no matter what is happening in our life and where our energy is needed, any responsibilities that suddenly fall on us, what always matters is that you keep an intimate relationship with yourself. So even if you don't have time to date other people, you should always date yourself. Even if you're not in a relationship with anyone, you should still be in a relationship with yourself. So that means taking time to check in with yourself. Close your eyes and just ask yourself, ask your body, how are you doing? Do you need anything? Give yourself enough rest, enough time off. Make sure you have enough laughing and smiling present. Like, have this element of fun and creativity. Make sure that your senses are pleased. That means if you like different scents, surround yourself by scented candles. Every now and then, take a bath with some essential oils. If you really like nice music, that's your sense, then listen to these things. Make sure your life is sensual, meaning you're pleasing your senses. Also, make sure you receive enough touch, and that can be your own hands. I'm not talking about a sexual touch. I'm talking about just normal human touch. We need this. So spend some time to embrace yourself. Like, when you take a shower, touch yourself and hold yourself. Take care of yourself. So in all the times in my life when I had to dedicate all my energy, all my time to something else, and I didn't have time for dating, like I didn't have time for my own love life, I always focused on the intimate connection with myself. That element always stayed unshaken, and it stays unshaken today as well. So this is about being fully present with yourself and with life. And in fact, this is my definition of intimacy. So people think intimacy equals lovemaking or having a relationship. Intimacy is about the depth of your experience of life. And no matter what's happening in your life, you can always choose to go deep. You can choose to be fully present. You can choose to feel it all. And this way, you're maintaining your intimacy no matter what. So, these are the updates from my life, and I hope that this is inspiring for you. That if you ever find yourself in a situation when you just don't have any time or energy to think about dating and love and sex, that you will know that you can still nurture that intimacy with yourself, the most important relationship, no matter what. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and I would love to hear from you. Where are you now in your life? Maybe you're in a similar situation to me where, love and dating is kind of the last thing on your mind. And if so, how are you dealing with that phase of your life? Let me know in the comments below. And my love, if you enjoyed this video and you would like more videos like this, make sure to subscribe to this channel, click the little bell icon to get notified when a new video comes out. And also, I would love to connect with you on Instagram. I share even more tips and some details from my personal life on how I incorporate those tips into my life. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!